since y'all boys see my Slim Reaper build in NBA 2K23, y'all been messing around with the KD build, even my KD build in NBA 2K24. Now it's NBA 2K25, so y'all know I gotta show out and make sure I give y'all one of the best Kevin Durant builds on the game. So today I'm gonna end up giving you 2 different variations that you can end up doing, really 4 different variations, but we will have this build at power forward, since you do get slightly more attributes at going at power forward with 6'10 or 6'11, but you can put it at small forward just based on the placement and position that you want. Now with these 2 actual heights, you can go 6'11 with a 6'11 wingspan, or you can end up going 6'11 with a 7'4" wingspan. But if you want crazy badges, you want to go with the 6'11 with the lowest wingspan. But if you want to go with the 6'10 and have a higher ball control, you're going to end up going 6'10 with a 7'3" wingspan on this build. Or if you want to end up going lowest wingspan, I do recommend you still go with 6'11 over the 6'10 if you want to go lowest wingspan. But if you want that higher ball control, that's going to be the base on which one you're going to choose. But for the longer arm Kevin Durant build, we're going to go with 6'10, 210 with a 7'3 wingspan. If you do go 6'11, you will go 7'4 wingspan. Now with this build, we will have some good shooting abilities, but also we'll be able to get contact dunks on this build. Well, with the longest wingspan build, you're going to see a lot of versatility with being able to score, being able to dunk, be able to play defense, and also be able to dribble the ball. Now with being at 6'10 with a 7'3 wingspan, we could go with 78 ball handle. That's up to you. But at 75, you can save some attributes, and with speed with ball, since it's 71, you can stop at 70 or you can stop at 68. But I prefer you to stop at 70 because you can get certain dribble styles if you really want certain ones. Now with this build being a KD build, I would love the pass accuracy to be somewhat decent, so I ended up messing around with it. I was like, okay, we can do 75, or we can rock out and try to get to the 78. If you want to go 78 and get that like basically special delivery badge, you can, but if you don't really care for it, you can go 77, or you can even just stop at 75 for this type of build. Now with this build being like a 3-level scorer build that also has defense, you're going to be able to get buckets with it, be able to cook up, be able to still hold your own on defense, but now we end up changing a few things. With this build being so tall, you got to end up having a little bit of post control in this build. Kevin Durant, he works in the post, he works in the mid-range, so we had to make sure we end up throwing post control in mid-range on this build. And then with you being on a 6'10, you'll be able to unlock so many jump shots, because certain jump shots can go from 6'5 heights all the way to 6'10 heights, and then some of them can go 6'10 only. Now I found out a decent amount of jump shots that you can use on this build, so just know a jump shot video will be coming soon, so make sure y'all boys keep those notifications on so you don't miss out on that, because now we got a 79 post control. That's a reason why we went 79 post control, because we get post fade phenom on go. Now with this build, we do have a 87 mid-range. 87 mid-range is great enough to get almost every jump shot you need, especially for a bigger build like this. And then we have a 83 pointer. Now I know y'all like KD, he need limitless range, but wait until y'all see the small wingspan Kevin Durant build. It looks like a glitch, because you will see how many Hall of Fame badges that you're gonna get on it, and you're gonna get a legend badge that's very important, especially if you know how to play that play style. You're gonna be unstoppable with that type of build. Now with us having an 87 mid-range, 83 pointer, let me upgrade the speed and agility. We're gonna max it out to the highest we can. I told y'all about agility. Agility on NBA 2K is very important. That's your lateral movement, so make sure you have your agility up. For the strength for this build, I am going 73 so I can get strong handles. Strong handles is going to be very important, especially when you're going against better defenders. You're going to definitely need this to end up countering them so they don't end up bumping you out of animations, or even bumping the ball out your hand just because you got a 75 ball control or even a 78 ball control. Now with the vertical, we rocking out with a 75 vertical. Y'all might be thinking, why are you going 75 vert? I told y'all earlier, this build is going to get contact dunks. Yes, I want to make sure this build gets contact dunks. We're going to rock out with the 87 driving dunk. I told y'all, we're going to have an 87 driving dunk pro contact dunks off 1 on this 6'10 build, so we catch a few bodies just in case we get into that lane and, you know what I'm saying, catch somebody under the rim. Now with the layup, you could stop at 80. If you don't really care about doing Kevin Durant layup package, hey, stop at 80. But if you're someone that's want to experience a decent amount of layup package, even Kevin Durant's, you're going to go with an 85 layup. Even though 88 unlocks every layup in the game at a certain height, you will be able to use a Kevin Durant layup package on this Kevin Durant build. And so far as you look at this build, you got a decent 3 levels so far. We didn't even get to the defense of this build. We got the actual finishing, we got the shooting, we got the playmaking, we got the ball handle and things like that. But when I show you the defense on this build, the defense on the build could definitely hold its own, especially when it comes to certain situations. It's not going to be the best defender, but it's still going to be able to hold its own. Now when I get to the defense, y'all going to see the defense. A lot of people wouldn't think to put defense. As I looked at Kevin Durant template, his defense on his template was not all that. I'm gonna be honest with you. Once you see the small arm Kevin Durant build, it's very similar to the actual template, just with better shooting and better ball handling. With this build having a 74 interior to get that post lockdown on bronze, we're gonna end up giving this build a 83 perimeter. An 83 perimeter, you already see I get challenger on silver with 82. 82, but we're going to 83 for the pick dodger on silver as well, because you never know what type of situation you will end up in, to be honest. But when it comes to the steal, some people might stop at 60. 60 is cool, but I want to end up at least getting silver glove and silver interceptor. Like, come on, bro. If we want to go all out, we want to go out the right way. We have a 79 steal, interceptor on silver. Interceptor, y'all already know. Interceptors on this game is broken. Like, if you can play that lane, you want to get that ball. Now, with the block, some people might go 78 block. 78 block with a 75 vertical, you will get chase down artist on silver, and that's literally high flyer denier if you end up doing that. But we're gonna save some attribute points so we can have some rebound. Now, if you don't care about having rebound, go with the 78 block. But if you care about having a rebound, you will have to do something like this. You will have a 55 offensive, but an 80 defensive, and you still would get rebound chaser on silver with this build. Now, if you want offensive rebound and defensive rebound, rock out with the 74. Up this, you will have offensive rebound with 75 and an 80 defensive rebound to get that rebound chaser on silver. Now, as you look at this build, we had an 85 free throw as well. Let me not forget that. So if you do play rec, you still got the chance to end up hopping in the rec, getting buckets. If you get fouled, you ain't gonna be out there really like, oh, I got a 60 and you're not gonna be able to make it. But if you don't care about the free throw, that's cool. But the name they give you with this build is insane. When I say the name you get, might be the toughest name that you will ever see on a KD build. Like, come on, bro. They call this build a Swiss Army knife. A Swiss Army knife is a tough name. A 6'10" all-around type of build that can get buckets, play defense, get contact dunks, and has good shooting. You're getting called a Swiss Army knife in NBA 2K25. But now that you've seen that Kevin Durant build, you can make it 6'10" or 6'11". But this Kevin Durant build will be the same, but we have miniature wingspan. We have the lowest wingspan, and you will see how crazy the badges will get when you end up going lowest wingspan, even 6'11" or 6'10" wingspan. But the post control, we're gonna have a 90 post control on this build. The other one was a 79, it was cool. You got gold post phenom on gold, but this one, you wanna see, it's gonna get crazy because we got a 65 standing dunk, a 75 driving dunk. This build will not get contact dunks, so that's the reason I end up going with an 85 layup. But hey, if you don't care about the 85 layup, you can rock out with the 70 or 80 and just do your thing and put the attributes somewhere else like defense, so you can have more defensive actual presence on this build. Now, when it comes to the shooting, when I maxed the mid-range all the way max, you're gonna have a Hall of Fame set shooter and you're gonna have a legend post-fade phenom. Now, I know y'all like, where is the shifty shooter? Wait until I end up upgrading the rest of the requirements that you need. But when it comes to this build, you already got post-fade phenom on legend, set shooter on Hall of Fame, you got Deadeye on gold, you get limitless range on bronze. You can go 83 3-pointer and just stop there, or you can end up going 85 like I did, or you can just max it out to 86. 83 can get the job done, to be honest, but if you want to, you know what I'm saying, do a little extra like I did, go 85 3-pointer. But as I end up raising my actual requirements that I need to get shifty shooter up, I'm going to end up getting that badge on gold. So I'm going to have 2 gold badges, a bronze badge, a Hall of Fame set shooter specialist badge, and then I'm gonna have a legend post-fade phenom badge on this Kevin Durant build. Literally, this is gonna be a actual bucket getting build. It's not gonna be a 2-way or be able to, you know what I'm saying, get crazy blocks and things like that. It's gonna have the similar requirements, but it's gonna be very similar, but it's not gonna be OD like the other Kevin Durant that got an actual wingspan. But like I told you, if you don't want to go 85 3-pointer, 83 3-pointer can get the job done. Most of the time you want to be shooting it, it's going to be mostly mid-range fades or even catch and shoot threes. But I'm telling you, that's enough to actually go crazy with this build. Now, when you see all the stats right now, you got a 90 post fade, 65 standing dunk, 75 driving dunk. 75 driving dunk, you get lots of decent actual dunk packages at 75. Pass accuracy, you're rocking out with 75. Speed with ball is going to be 68, so you still get lightning launches on bronze. That's literally the sweet spot, having lightning launches on bronze. So that's the only reason you might not see somebody bring out a 7-foot Kevin Durant build, just because I don't think you can get lightning launches on a 7-footer. It's gonna take some time to actually get into the builder and things like that. But out of the 2 Kevin Durant builds I'm showing you, this is the better offensive base Kevin Durant build. This is like a prime KD, being able to shoot real crazy limitless, and then you also got a crazy mid-range and a post-up game. Now, when it comes to the other one, this is more all-around base Kevin Durant build compared to the one I'm showing you right now. If you want to be able to play good perimeter defense, be able to get steals, want to be able to get blocks on the build and rebounds, you're going to go with the first Kevin Durant build. But if you're someone that just want to be more offensive, be able to score and play some decent defense, you will end up going with this Kevin Durant build with the smallest wingspan. No matter if it's 6'10 or 6'11. If you're going lowest wingspan, I prefer you go 6'11. But with this build, you can have a 78 block, or you can stop at 74, and you still be able to end up getting that actual chase down artist or high flying denier on silver or even up getting on bronze. But with this one, you won't have a high rebound for your offensive rebound. You will only have a high defensive rebound, and you could get rebound chaser on silver, but if you want to end up getting that strong handles on gold, you will have to sacrifice that defensive attribute to end up having 79 to end up getting that actual attribute on strong handles on gold. Before the build, it's definitely a great build that you can end up using. It's literally a bucket getter. This is a build that's going to be a bucket getter. Even at 6'10", you still be able to get a bucket, even if it's off the post, off the mid-range, off the three, off the dribble. Even when you want to get to the hole, you still be able to get to the hole, even with that 75 driving dunk and an 85 layup and having a 65 standing dunk. But the actual takeovers you have, you got attacking, you got clinic, you got fluid shooter, layup guru, make it rain, offensive artist, spot up shooter, you got trifecta, soft touch, mid-range maestro, lost art, fundamentals, feather touch, and bucket. These are lots of great actual takeovers that you can really use that's going to be very viable for this actual Kevin Durant Slim Reaper build. But I feel like I'm going to lean towards the other Kevin Durant build. I still would end up making this like a prime KD build. Y'all already know I'm gonna get crazy with the KD builds this year. But look, let me know in the comment section, what KD build should I make first? Should I make the one with the longer arms, or should I make the one with the shorter arms with the crazy badges? Should I go with the one that's more balanced, or the one that got the more overpowered type of shooting ability on NBA 2K25? But hopefully this video gave you enough information to lead you to a good Kevin Durant build or end up trying to make it your type of way. But hey man, make sure you go check out the 2 videos on the screen. I'm gonna see y'all boys in the next one, and I'm out, y'all.